This is the first picture that my phone has saved. That's the first one of us together. That's the one with the hickey on the forehead.
You loved it too.
My name is Cassandra.
My name is Steven.
We've known each other 5.5 years.
It's been an absolute pleasure, even when it absolutely hasn't been. I mean, we have our moments, but I love her to death. I wouldn't change anything.
If I could get those two separated somehow, but that's not my world anymore. She's 30 years old.
We met in a rehab facility that we both ended up at.
We've gone up and down for sure. We've taken, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 5 steps forward, 10 steps back.
I don't feel great about Steve and Cass's relationship. When one stumbles, they both do. When one strives, the other is brought down. I'm not gonna put the blame on one or the other. They're in it together.
I think she's amazing.
I use heroin and crack cocaine. I combine them and do what is called a speedball. I have to do at least 3 speedballs a day. It's an upper and a downer, so the crack, it makes me feel more awake. It gives the heroin that kick that I don't feel anymore. A lot of the veins that I hit are very deep and usually right next to an artery. I could go to sleep and wake up and for a good 6-7 hours still be okay. But now that doesn't really happen anymore because of the switch from heroin to fentanyl. You gotta have more of it. You get sick quicker. The rush is more intense and it's more addictive.
Steven has been in Cassandra's life for quite a while now.
Are you done?
I wasn't, but go ahead. I'm about to set up a shop.
And during that time, the conditions have only worsened.
I use fentanyl and/or heroin, whatever they put in it at the time, and crack. I use because I don't want to deal with my moods and my emotions and my past traumas, and at this point, it's just a compulsion.
Now with the fentanyl, the stakes are so much higher. Her body is getting weaker. Watching Cass fade away is devastating.
There's hardly anything beneficial about using. The only benefit is that you feel kind of good sometimes, maybe, at the beginning.
I would expect one or both of them to be dead within 6 months.
I believe Steve and Cass are addicted to each other as much as they are the drugs.
In some ways, they have somebody, right? But that somebody is not providing any semblance of stability.
Steven's been in and out of jail. He's lost everything he owns. He needs help.
Jail hasn't stopped her. Rehab hasn't rehabbed her.
My first charge ever was operating and maintaining a meth lab. I went to jail for about 3.5 months. And then I have 2 pending possession cases.
Every time I see her, she looks worse, more frail, more gaunt, more pale. I don't know how to bring her back.
This is when we were healthy together. Look how different we are.
Yeah, that's us in the beginning.
2018, so different.
We started talking and did not stop.
Right.
For what, 8-9 hours straight? In the beginning, we were sober. We were as normal as I could possibly be. I wasn't really doing anything drug-wise.
I feel like our engagement was, we rushed into things. I'm not saying it was necessarily gonna be a bad idea or anything, but it was not well thought out.
I was still on probation at that time. When I started using, I ended up going to jail. We've been through some but I absolutely adore Cass. I wish I could do everything for her.
Cassandra was born at Laughlin Air Force Base down in Del Rio, Texas, where I was an air traffic controller. Shortly thereafter, we moved to Michigan. She was just an amazing kid. She loved being around her mom, loved being around her dad, loved being with her sister. The greatest joy in my life was my 2 girls. The 3 of us were just the 3 amigos. Her and her sister were inseparable.
I felt so lucky to have a sister who was also my best friend. You know, Cassandra was my best friend.
Cassandra did terrific in her studies, made excellent grades. She was on the flag team for the band, went into rhythmic gymnastics, and before we know it, she's placing in the top 20 or something in the nation.
It was always really impressive to watch her do her routines. How does she do that? How? I looked up to her. She could do anything that she set her mind to.
Everything she touched turned to gold. When Cassandra was about 14, her mother and I made the decision to end the marriage.
After the divorce, Dad moved to Texas, and Cassandra stayed back home, and it was her and Mom. I joined the Air Force, so I was several time zones away.
The two of the three amigos in Cassandra's life leaving in very short order, I think the divorce was hardest on Cassandra.
I had a choice between which parents to live with when they divorced, but I knew nothing about Texas, and I was starting high school in Michigan. I had friendships, but it affected me a lot. I felt alone. My relationship with my mom growing up, it was okay. There were times when we fought, like, when I was in high school being an angsty little teenager, but I don't remember it being bad. When I was like 14, I was drinking, smoking a little bit of weed, house parties with friends.
Cass graduated from high school, went to the Air Force.
I went to my first base, I was still 18. I did air traffic control, which I never thought I would want to do, but I ended up loving it. I was 20 years old. I was deployed at the United Arab Emirates. It was about 7 months.
When she came back, everything was different. There was something off.
She wasn't Cassandra anymore.
I had an MST, military sexual trauma, happen. I didn't want to go through with the whole pressing charges kind of thing.
Cassandra didn't tell anybody. She tried to keep it in and try to handle it on her own.
I was very unstable, and I was self-harming a lot. I had to get stitches. And so I ended up going to the psych ward a few times. Then I got the bipolar diagnosis, which is an automatic disqualification from air traffic control. So I was officially out probably another month and a half later. When I was 23, all I had known, being the Air Force and air traffic, in which I loved, I didn't have anymore. I started using heroin, and I started using crack also when I was 23. It gave me a numbness and a way to escape the negativity that was going on in my brain.
I met Cass when she was already an addict, and we've known each other for a little bit over a year. Cass's addiction is destroying the relationships that she has.
The three of us no longer have a relationship. What happened to the three amigos? It was taken away from all of us, this addiction.
My relationship with Cass is non-existent, close to or about 5 years. I had to protect myself, and I had to protect the family that I was raising. I had to shut it off so that I could continue functioning in my life. I miss Cassandra. Her personality, I miss all the time, every day.
I have made it through a lot of things, even if I'm not necessarily happy with the situation of my life. I'm still pushing for something.
I love you, kiddo.
I love you.
We will get through this.
Steve-O's mom, she's going downhill physically and mentally, her memory's going, and needs his help. If he was healthy, he would be taking care of her, and he's not.
I've always thought my addiction is more of a symptom of my issues growing up. I do what I know.
Steve-O is an only child, and his childhood was unstable. He moved a lot. Dad was in and out of the picture. Steve-O's mom was a firefighter and hurt her back, and so she got addicted to prescription drugs, and it went downhill from there.
Until I grew up, I thought everybody did some mind-altering substance in one form or the other. Even before I did drugs, I thought that. My whole life, I've thought that.
His parents separated when Steve-O was about 6 years old.
Shortly after that, he moved to Florida with his mom and down in Fort Lauderdale.
We ended up living with my Uncle Steve.
My brother, Steve, became the father figure at that time for many years.
It was a very healthy environment for Steve-O and his mom, and she did get clean when she was down there.
I love living in Florida. My Uncle Steve, we ended up getting really close. He used to take me to the auto show every year. He taught me how to use nunchucks.
Steve-O was like a big brother to my children.
He was my idol. He was always the strongest, the fastest, smartest. He could do anything.
When Steve-O was in Florida, he thrived just all around. It was also that he was surrounded with wildlife.
He always had some sort of animal.
Steve Irwin, crocodile hunter. That was my hero.
He was so knowledgeable at that age, and I was amazed by that. I have no doubt Steve-O could have achieved those dreams. When Steve-O was about 15, his Uncle Steve committed suicide.
That loss had a profound impact on Steve-O's life. Everything changed when he lost my brother.
I was crushed. I don't remember my first kiss, but I remember the first time I ever took an opiate pain pill, Tylenol and codeine. I was probably 15, probably 16. Made me feel good. Made me more outgoing. I could talk more. It made me more comfortable.
When Steve-O was getting ready to graduate, his dad came back into the picture. I'm sure that was encouraging, but I don't know how healthy it was.
Steve-O's father was not stable, loving, or peaceful. It was in his early 20s when Steve-O started to shoot drugs intravenously.
Me and my mom ended up moving with my dad. My father, he's got an issue with me. I think it's because he hates himself so much. Growing up, all the death and loss and just craziness I never dealt with, I wouldn't be a drug addict right now.
His own parents didn't have a healthy relationship and couldn't express love and build him up and help him realize how great a person he is. So he turned to drugs.
I would love to make my dad happy.
We have to go into it like it's gonna be a dogfight.
Everybody, they are 2 minutes away.
Sam, that was your job. Oh, hi, wow.
Hi.
I did not recognize you for some reason. I wasn't expecting you to open the door, I guess.
So, man.
That's not did not expect.
You guys had to ambush us.
We had no clue what we were just about to walk into.
Not cool, guys.
What's up, Steve-O?
Oh, man.
I hate all of you right now so much.
Steven, what's up, dude?
Not expecting to walk in like we didn't know what we were just walking into right then.
It's gonna be an easy day, dude. Easy sit down and talk. I just want to talk to you guys. Sit.
I'm overwhelmed.
Can I give you a hug?
Oh my God.
Hi. I love you.
Can I? No, we can.
Not cool, you guys.
Not what you guys told us we were doing.
You guys should have given us a heads up.
That's
As
not
to
how
what
interventions
was
work.
no.
You guys are surrounded by
People we
love.
love, and they're gonna tell us
Absolutely.
why we hurt them. I know.
Hey,
This is all about love and support
this is
for
not,
you guys.
I'm not doing an intervention.
This is not meant to be a negative thing.
I
Cass.
know, but I
Hey.
people, like there's
I
too
know.
many people.
Hey,
I love you, and I am here.
You guys' families are worried about both of you, right? We're clearly here to talk about addiction today and how it's affecting both of you.
What I'm gonna encourage you to do, Jim, is you already wrote down what you want to say. You articulated it beautifully in the letter.
Cassandra, I will always remember the first time that you won your very first medal in rhythmic gymnastics. I remember yelling, "That's my kid." You took center stage then, and you take center stage today. You have suffered unimaginable traumas. The things you have been through would have already killed most people. That's how strong you are. But you are not strong enough to beat this on your own. We have the very real opportunity to connect you and Steven with the kinds of experts you never had and always deserved, and give you the chance to start living again.
Cassandra, I loved all of our adventures, and I cherish that you were my maid of honor at my wedding. Having my first favorite person by my side was more important to me than I can ever articulate. I want you back in my life, and I want you to be able to be an aunt. I love you.
Cassandra, what'd you hear?
What they're offering today is treatment, specifically for women who have been through very similar things and the traumas that could come with that.
When?
Today.
Today.
Like, what, am I leaving, like, from here or some shit? Because I'm not doing that if that's the case.
Yes.
No, then.
I just can't help but feel like leaving right now is a bad idea. I know, but I can hear, even you said I want to go.
Yeah, but not today.
I'm just trying to understand.
Give me a second.
We're not gonna go through no withdrawals going to these places. We're about to rock. Like, just get excited. We're about to come back to life.
He said, get excited. We're about to come back to life.
I'm gonna go, okay?
Hey, I need you in the car within about 15 minutes.
I love you so much. Hey, you're gonna whip this thing's ass like every other thing you've ever put your mind to. I'm gonna see you in 90 days.
That is the bravest thing you've ever done. I've got Sammy, Cassandra. I could feel the weight coming off of my shoulders.
I love you too.
Proud of you, dude.
All right, man, we'll see you on the other side, okay? All right, buddy.
I have been off narcotics for 147 days today. I feel absolutely amazing. When Cassandra left treatment, I was sad. I definitely would have liked her to finish it up like me. I know she'll get through it. She just needs that little oomph. Me and Cassandra are definitely still life partners. I love her to death. She's an amazing woman, and I would never want to be with anybody else. No matter what, I'm still gonna be there for her. I wanna do this for me. I wanna finish what I started. Before coming here, I didn't have really any confidence in myself. I figured that I was gonna be on drugs for the rest of my life. This opportunity has been absolutely amazing.